This is Lesson 3 on Cantaloupe Island. In this session, I'm going to look at the scales you can use to improvise on. In the last lesson, I looked at the form of the piece. Each section has a particular harmonic area, and so I identify the scales that fit those. I'm going to be looking at the pentatonic scales in this particular lesson. So the first chord is a minor seventh chord, and I'm going to talk in concert, but if you have the music in front of you in your key, that will obviously help. So F minor 7, F, A flat, C, E flat. Obviously you could play those notes, but I'm going to add some extra notes as well. So it goes like this. And I'm going to end on an F. It's a 5-note scale, the F is just repeated, and it's a minor pentatonic scale. F, A flat, B flat, C, E flat, F. And if you play the tune, you'll notice that the tune has the same kind of notes from that scale. When I move to D flat 7, that's D flat, F, A flat and B, I can adapt my pentatonic scale to accommodate the flat 7. So I'm still going to start on my F because that's where I was for the previous chord. I can still play the A flat, I can still play the B flat. I'm not going to play the C, I'm going to move it to the B, and I'm going to keep the E flat. So the only thing I've changed, in fact, is made C go to D, B, C flat or a note B. What's interesting is when you listen to the melody doesn't take into account the fact that the chord has changed. So it doesn't go although I've heard many versions of people learning this with that change there. So what's correct? I would say listen to the 1964 album, the definitive version, with Herbie Hancock on the piano, who is the composer. They don't play a C flat in the tune. What they play is the same as the beginning. So the effect is, and you get this clash of the C and the B. All I can say is either it's done on purpose or they made a mistake, but either way we do tend to follow the original recordings. But in the improvising, you must definitely not play the C, you should play a C flat, or as we commonly call it, a B. The final harmonic area is D minor. D, F, A and C. So those 3 notes are going to be in our pentatonic scale. So quite different to the other 2 keys, and that's because it's completely different. D minor is completely different to D flat 7. So in this one, I'm going to start it from F, F, G, A, C, D. This is in fact a minor pentatonic scale starting on D. D, F, G, A, C. I've started it on the F because all the other patterns were starting on F, and sometimes it's good to just start it from one note. However, you could say that this is also F major pentatonic. But I think it's easier just to see it as D minor pentatonic because the chord is D minor, starting on the minor 3rd. So we've got that one, and we end up on F minor, which is back to our original pentatonic scale on F. And that was my first lesson on scales for Cantaloupe Island. In the next session, I'm going to build on this information and add extra notes and introduce you to the modes that would fit Cantaloupe Island.